Waiting for you, Alicia. There she is,
Hi.
Alicia C. Spencer. It's weird. We're in the same house, but you're upstairs.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool. So, you ready to go?
Yes.
Awesome. So listen, all the people joining us, this is a special Father's Day edition, training the art of chaos. Okay. And I have my beautiful daughter, Alicia Christine Spencer, joining me. Actually in the same house, but we just separated. Oftentimes we do this, Alicia. You go upstairs and I'm downstairs in the man cave, but we're we're going we're going to have a little interview, Father's Day special, talk about a couple things, let you voice your opinion on some things, and then I'll quiz you here at the end. So,
Oh God.
Lisa, tell me about you know, what impact has our fitness, our love for fitness, had on our relationship? What do you think? Like, how is it like? Your dad's it's so into fitness, mom, everybody. You got a fitness background. Like, what's the impact of that to our relationship?
I think it's a strong impact, and I think it's good because you have something to relate to, and we can also work together. And you can help me because you're experienced, so I can get better that way. And then I think that just like working out with you and my mom sometimes will be doing workouts downstairs. It's fun and it just helps our relationship a lot, I think.
Yeah. Do you like when dad pushes you?
Yeah.
You
I'll be
do?
out, I'll be tired, but it helps.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What's your favorite workout we've done together?
Probably legs because I kind of dread arms. My legs are my strong spot, but
hmm
arms, it helps.
hmm So as a teenager, how important do you think fitness is for teenagers?
I think a lot of teenagers don't really pay attention to their fitness because our metabolism's like really high and we have a lot of other things to do, like hang out with friends, go on our phone.
hmm
But I think that is really important, and especially if you get in a good groove of like being like constant with your fitness when you're younger, it can help for when you're older. So,
Yeah, good, good. I mean, do you like as an athlete? You're a high school athlete now, right?
yeah.
What type of things that if some high school students are watching right now, how has like fitness impacted your like your career? Like you're getting, has it made it better? Has it being stronger? What?
Um, yeah, I think that has made my high school like sports better because if I wasn't working out outside at all of it, then it wouldn't, nothing would help. Like working outside of soccer, becoming faster, getting bigger, um, all of that translates to the field and it also translates to the track as well.
Yep.
You can't be fast without lifting or doing extra stuff outside of the workouts. So,
Right. All right. So I'm gonna ask you a question about football now. All right. So, what is it like to be a coach's kid?
a
In
coach's kid.
particular, Coach Chaos's kid.
Um, I think it's interesting because there's already this name out here. You already have this legacy. So I kind of have to build my own personality and like be a part of it, but also be my own person as well. I think it's also opened a lot
hmm
of opportunities for me and a lot of connections with like the coaching world and especially like in the recruiting process as well for like
Yep.
my I think it's cool because I think it's different and it's diverse than what most people would be a part of. It's not something
hmm
normal or usual, which I think is really cool. So I
Yep.
like it gives me a leg up in a lot of situations, and I'm appreciative of it.
Yep. And you've had some conversation with some college coaches now, like actually getting recruited yourself.
Yeah.
You don't have to mention any schools or anything like
Mm,
that, but you had a good conversation today. What
yeah.
what was that like talking to a college coach?
I think that since I have been on the flip side of the recruiting process and I've seen you recruit a lot of kids, I think that helped me
Yeah.
see being on the opposite side of it and being able to ask the coaches questions. Um, I think that prepared me a little bit more, just
Yeah,
knowing more what the recruiting process looks like, even though it's two different sports.
yeah. You're a recruiter, though. I taught you how to recruit. How when those recruits come out, say, "Lisa, let's go to
Yeah,
work. We got to get them."
yeah,
Uh, so, Lisa, like you wrote a letter. You sat down.
yeah.
You wrote this letter, it's a passionate letter,
Hmm.
and I posted it.
Hmm.
You know, in lieu of all the things going on in society, and I really wanted you to. I love the fact that you are passionate yourself. You have your own way about you. We encourage you to have your own thinking and to think things
Hmm.
out too. Like, don't just shoot off at the mouth, right? So, tell me a
Hmm.
little bit about your passion for fighting for social injustice, right? Like, don't you don't have to kind of explain that letter a little bit and then talk about your passion because you've been to a couple rallies and things like that. I just kind of wanted to understand your passion about it.
I think that it
Go.
would be like honor to myself to be quiet about something like this, especially when I have family and friends that um have faced injustice and I've seen it firsthand, and now seeing it all over media, it's hurtful. And I think it's very good to speak out on that, especially as somebody so young. Um Being young and having a platform that I do, I want to speak out on like injustices in society. Um I think it's important. So,
Okay. Your internet connection. I don't know what's going on with your internet, sweetheart. We're using the same internet, so you should be pretty good right here.
yeah.
You got me, buddy?
Yeah,
What is check your real quick. Try to check your Wi-Fi connection and stuff. Maybe change it because you're kind of blurry. I'm not. I don't know if am I blurry on your end? Oh, I can hear you, but like your picture is distorted for whatever reason.
oh, was it
You
frozen?
know. Well,
Yeah.
it's freezing up, but we'll just keep it going though. So again, so get into that a little bit again. Talking about the social injustice and your fight for it and everything like that.
Yeah, I think it just would be a dishonor to myself just to be quiet about it. I think that that is something I should be talking about, especially with family and friends who are a part of the community that is getting targeted. Especially with my dad. I mean, obviously you fit the same exact criteria as a lot of people did, like George Floyd, and I just don't want that to happen to anybody. It doesn't matter how important you are, who you are, it could happen to you, and that should not be the way things are. Um, and I think that I should be speaking out about it just because if you don't, your silence is compliance, in my opinion, and I just want things to change. So I just want to speak out about that and social injustices and systemic racism and all of these things that impact society in many ways that a lot of people don't see. So,
Okay. All right. So I'm probably gonna have you come downstairs, Alicia, and sit next to me
okay.
to see if we could undistort this thing real quick. Okay. So just come downstairs.
Okay. Do you want me to go off the live or do you want me to stay on
Yeah.
it?
Just go off live real quick and just come down and we'll sit next to each other.
Okay.
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 You're fast, so you can run. Let's go. Set, go. Set, go. Should be here. Yep, yep. I'm timing you. I'm timing you. That. Let's go. I'm timing you. All right, turn that off and just come sit next to me.
Okay.
Did you turn it off, buddy?
Yeah.
Alicia left. All right, can you guys hear us? Let's get in here. Ah, ah. Good. All right. So hopefully they can hear us. Danny, Yusef, if you can hear us, it'd be great if you let me know that you can hear us. So I took my headset off. What's up, girl? I see you. So I'm hope you guys can hear us. My team is not letting me know if they can hear us or not. Everybody hear me? Hear us? All right, good. All right, so we're talking about the injustices and things with the social injustice, and I really appreciated Alysia giving me her opinion. Generationally from a long line of history and things like that. For someone that be a teenager, really to get so involved in and trying to make a difference, trying to make a change. We always talk about the social platform, right? Mm-hmm. We always talk about doing things and making the world better because we have this platform, but we got to use it properly. We just can't spout off at the mouth. We got to make sure that we're educated in what we're saying. We've done our research, and I'm very proud of you in that sense that you take great responsibility in that. And just for me personally, being a guy that has had a lot of success in college football and now going on to the NFL. I also feel like, my voice is heard, and, that's why I wanted to share that on my platform. But what you did, what you wrote, and I didn't have anything to do with it, you did such a great job at articulating and, expressing yourself that makes me really proud as a dad. All right?
Thank you.
So I just want to also talk to you, Alysia, about me. What is it like to have this crazy, chaotic dad?
Whenever I'm talking to my friends about like jobs, and obviously this comes up. First of all, people think, wow, it's so cool. And then we dive into how crazy my dad is. Everything he sets up, like chaos, even changing the art of chaos, he makes his own legacy. And I think that just makes him different from a lot of people. I think it's a fun thing to be a part of. It's always fun over here. It's always crazy. We're always trying to get better. I know he works so hard, and it's just a good thing. I have a good role model to look up to. Everything he does, he worked for from the bottom, and he got to where he is. So I think it's a really cool experience for me to be a part of something like this. And I think it's really unique. A lot of people don't get to experience something like this. So I think it's cool.
Well, how about, what type of impact have I had on you, though?
I think
Talk to me about that.
You've had a good impact on me, especially just how you came up and how you created your own legacy. It just kind of gives me an idea of where I want to go. I want to be big like you, and I want to create something like you. I think that's something that's impacted me very greatly. I think that helps. I think how you carry yourself, the type of person you are, also inspires me to be a good person as well. So, yeah.
Well, the last time we raced, we were at one bowl game. I decided that day I'd never race you again. I thought I hurt my legs and stuff. I thought I pulled my hamstring. I'll never race you again. I think at one point I was fast, but I got no shot. I've given up. I'm retired. I'm never going to do that again. So I just say it to the world right now. I'm giving up the fact that my daughter will kick my butt in a race. She will beat a lot of people in the race. I'm not racing her ever again. Okay? So that's one thing that I've learned right there. All right? Tell me about your favorite daddy-daughter moment.
Okay, well, this was a really long time ago, but he took me to an amusement park, and he doesn't like those that much because he has low patience for, like, rides.
No patience.
Yeah. Anyways, we got on the ride, and I said it was a kiddie ride, And he was like, okay, fine, I'll go on the kiddie ride. And it was like the biggest ride in the park. He didn't know. And we were going upside down. And it was really funny because he was screaming and he hates roller coasters. And I was in like 5th grade. I thought I could prank him, but.
Yeah, well, yeah, she tricked me on a roller coaster. I'm not a roller coaster person. I
No.
get on the thing because I had to do those things, but I'm not a roller coaster person. Well,
No.
I watch it though. I watch this. There's no reason for me to do that. Oh, we got E-Tour now. What's up, E-Tour? Love you too, brother. You know, so one of my favorite stories is when we used to do these drives. You know, the different places I worked at would drive with Alysia.
Oh, yeah.
And we would sing songs in the back. Sometimes she wouldn't know that I was actually filming her. So we got one infamous. I might have to post it tomorrow to blow the whistle.
It's so funny.
We would blow the whistle. You were doing your little dance.
I was doing a dance in the back seat.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Right there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, also, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, I'm just going to throw out the trainedinchaos.com. You know, you guys can go on that website, follow it. We're recognizing Father's Day tomorrow with a little promotion. So take a look at that. You know, we want to share our moment with you guys. You know, the love of a daughter and a dad in this climate we're in. You know, we want to make sure that we try to bring people together. You know, tomorrow's a special day. Obviously, this has been a special. Alysia to tell me how she embraces chaos. How does Alysia embrace chaos and like the mantra? How do you apply that to life?
Well, I think that chaos just already is unspoken and applied to my life just off the bat, just how my family functions, just how we do things. But I actually translate it to soccer and track as well, and how my dad brings his energy to the field, and how I'm going to bring my energy to the soccer field and also the track. So I think that it translates to a lot of things in my life. Just having that energy, and even academically having energy, keeping pushing, that's honestly just a motto for me, and I think that's impacted me. So
Good. Well, I'm gonna give you a couple questions.
okay.
I'm gonna give you a couple questions. So the core values, I'm gonna pull out each one of them, and you're gonna describe it to me. Okay. So number one, positive attitude. What you got?
So just a positive attitude.
Yeah, describe positive attitude. We talk about positive attitude. What we got?
Looking at the glass half full instead of half empty.
Yeah.
Just a way about going about life.
Yep.
You can look at a lot of the bad things in a situation, but what are the good things? What are the flip sides? What are things that you can be looking at that are in a positive light? I think that's just the way to look at things, especially in a tough situation. You say, well, here's this, this, and this. That's very good about this situation, and just staying positive.
Good. Okay. Ready? Great work ethic. Talk to me about it.
My dad always told me there's a difference between being good and great. So doing that extra rep, working hard, going the extra mile, and being better than the person next to you. Honestly, just working, keeping that attitude up. Like, even if you fail, that's something you should be doing to say, next time I'm not going to do that. Next time I'm going to be better. So just keeping the work ethic up, keep trying, never give up. That's what I would describe it as.
Okay. How about compete in everything you do? What you got?
Everything's a competition in this household.
Yep.
Whether it's getting to the door first, literally everything. Who can eat the fastest? Honestly, we compete in everything. And I think that's a good thing to have about you, having that competitiveness, because it translates to other things in life. My dad's always taught me to compete, even when it's just soccer practice. He says, go out there and kick everybody's butt. And that's something that I've stuck with, because I am not going to go easy on anybody. And I know he isn't either. I just think competition's good, and it pushes you, even competing with yourself, especially in track, competing with myself, saying I can get a better time or stuff like that. So.
Okay. Our last one. Must be willing to sacrifice. What you got?
There's always sacrifices with everything. Becoming good and great, sacrificing your time with people, anything in general, just making sacrifices for a better situation. My dad had to make a lot of sacrifices for us, and we've gotten further in life because of that. So there's some things you have to sacrifice in order to, keep it moving. Sometimes sacrifices work for the better in the end, and it might not seem like it in the moment, but it does help.
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely. And then, I want to talk real quick to you about your impact that you have on the world, but more importantly, the impact you have on me, as
Mm-hmm.
a father. And, this, so we always talk about the why, like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you do stuff? And you're my why, right?
Yeah.
And then, I know every day should be Father's Day, but
Yeah.
it's special to me because, um, you are such a special person, and you've changed my life, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for that, and giving me just a different way and approach of looking at things, And
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm tough on you, and the world be tough on you,
Yeah.
but it's all out of love. We got that tough love. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
And I don't know if you realize this, but we are going to work out here when this session is over. About 15 minutes, but that's okay. Get your stuff together. We're gonna go work out. But anything you wanted to say, about Father's Day, and just in closing remarks and things like that.
I think that Father's Day is important because even though every day is Father's Day and we have to appreciate each other, I think that we both have a good impact on each other because my dad has to work for himself as well as me, and he has to have me in the back of his mind, which he always does. And I think that's had a good impact on our relationship and how he goes about like seeing things. And same with me, likewise. And I think that just the way my dad is, what he does, how he does it, everything he does for me, I think just is very good. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to wish everybody a happy Father's Day. Again, don't forget to look on the website, trainingchaos.com. Look for the Father's Day, discount special. Everybody gets you a shirt, something like that. But really, the chaos is just it's a way of life. Chaos doesn't always have to be crazy. It can be organized, and it can be strategic, right? So we want to wish all the fathers and all the daughters and sons happy Father's Day. It's coming up here. Make sure you cook for your dad. Make him some eggs and stuff, right? At least go make some eggs. Whatever you need to do to make that day special. And again, it's the Father's Day 20. Take a look at it. Get yourself a shirt. Or just go take a look at it. Whatever you got to do. Impact others. Have a positive attitude. Have great work ethic. Compete in everything you do, and must be willing to sacrifice. Live your lives, guys, and everybody be safe out there. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
Alysia, get ready to go work out. Give me some.
Woo, woo. Bye.
Bye.